International. Please welcome from Iraq, Hyderabad, Aabhas Rana.
And the superstar making his way out to the table, Aabhas Rana. Very strong inside puller, and he has been pushing for the #1 spot in India for quite a while. Still a young man, I think only about 17 years old, maybe at this point, but really strong puller, and he has been putting on some amazing performances. We'll see how he goes for tonight.
Well, Iraq, Hyderabad has erupted. उनका चैंपियन आ गया है, लेकिन उनके अगेंस्ट आ रहे हैं वो जिनकी उम्र और ताकत मैच नहीं करती है। तो 16 साल के, लेकिन बाजुओं की ताकत is insane. Please welcome from MP headquarters, who has medals at state and silver in the junior one. Please welcome kimkima.
Alright, representing the team here, he's going to be walking out and he's got his work cut out for him tonight. This is going to be a very difficult opponent to defeat here. But kimkima is confident. You see a nice little hands apart pose here. We'll see if we get the high class. Looking all business for this young man. The size of those arms, jeez. Alright, well he's going to try to keep Aabhas Rana from getting that hook position. See if he's able to do it. Once Aabhas is in that hook, it's pretty much game over. He's so incredibly strong, a champion, a world champion, and on both arms, no doubt. So if you see the height here, we've got a height advantage for Aabhas. 186, that's really quite high for Aabhas. I'm pretty sure I'm taller than him, but that's okay. 20-inch arms on both of them. And this is going to be incredible. So kimkima is still in high school, only a young man, but he's here on the big stage at Pro Punjab. He's facing off against a world champion in Aabhas Rana. Have a look at the start and the setup here. It's all going to be about the hook. So if Aabhas gets the supination position that he's trying to do on the very first movement, it's going to be a long night for kimkima. Kimkima going high with his hand, he's probably going to be top rolling here. Really needs to keep the integrity of his wrist. Night and day difference when your opponent can get a flex in their wrist and they can't. Here we go, we're going to start. It does go to the strap. Alright, a lot to tell from that one. Both guys hit pretty well, but looked like kimkima was going for top roll, which is why the hands just slip through the top of each other. Bit of straight apply and we'll go again. See here the hands sliding apart there. And both into each other's fingers. And here we go, we can see the strap match. Two incredible athletes here. Both very young men, and it's incredible to see that the next generation of superstars in the arm wrestling world is starting to rise to the top here. So we get the strap applied. Kimkima's really got to be so focused on the wrist positioning. He doesn't want Aabhas Rana to get him supinated. It's going to be all down to that question: can kimkima prevent Aabhas from getting what he wants? Talking about the first movement here. I don't think there's many people in the world that could hold onto Aabhas Rana's hook once he sinks it. So kimkima looks like he's going with that pressure. Really needs to watch his wrist. Get the shoulders square. Close the thumbs. We're going to get a start here. And he's managed to keep him out reasonably well here. Aabhas trying to get that flex in his wrist, but he's unable to. Kimkima using his riser to pull into the fingers of Aabhas. Aabhas staying nice and controlled though. He's not panicking. And there he is, a big surge. He gets the win for Aabhas Rana. what a match, what a round. Both guys doing exactly the right thing there. And you see the experience on the Aabhas rana that he didn't panic. He knew that he hadn't got a deep enough cut to be able to roll through in a hook position. So he just maintained that spot, waited for his moment to explode. So right here, you see him moving forwards into that supinated position. He's about half what he actually needed there. But kimkima, the pressure from his riser, from his flex of his hand, he's rolling into the fingers of the Aabhas rana and keeping that hand from being able to flex in. But the side pressure here from Aabhas rana right at the end there, too strong, able to drive through to the pin pad. So good signs though for kimkima. I mean, he did manage to keep Aabhas from getting complete sunk into a hook, but the side pressure here from Aabhas rana able to finish the job here. But some good signs for both guys. Aabhas will be happy to get that win. We'll see what happens in the second round, whether or not they split apart again. I'm sure that neither of the competitors would mind going to the strap. Alright, referee, a warning here. Must obey the referee's instructions. So it's a warning, not a foul. Pulling the shoulders in. Shoulders in. Aabhas' shoulder is not in at the moment. Well, with the angle that Aabhas is able to get there, he's got an advantage. The referee should be squaring his shoulders a little tighter. There we go, look at the start, and they slipped apart. Didn't make any difference. But, yeah, that's one of those things that if you're able to get away with it, then why not? It's all about that positioning. So, I'm going to go to the strap here. Last runner, pulling the sleeve up. Tries to find the shirt that would fit his arm. Alright, so we're getting strapped together. Have a look at the slip here. And yeah, you can see Aabhas rana trying to get that supination position, but outside of straps, there was always going to slip there. Alright, so we'll get the strap applied. And we'll see another start here. Aabhas winning the first round reasonably comfortably, but he did have to work for it. It wasn't an easy win. Kimkima's riser and his coronation incredibly strong. It's preventing Aabhas rana from being able to flex into a hook position. Alright, so Karak Aabhas rana is facing off against MP Half-Waters Kimkima. Hero Pro Puncher Season 2. Alright, we're about to get the start underway here. Referee just finalising the strap application. Shoulders will be squared for kimkima. We'll see if Aabhas is able to get away with. So he's been squared up there, but you see his shoulder just come straight out again. But he's got the advantage in his position. And he gets the supination position and he rolls, but kimkima able to utilise that incredibly strong riser. He's able to hold on at this point. He's in a compromised position. Aabhas, you can see him just calculating, when do I want to surge here? Tries, he bumps a little bit there, doesn't get through. Kimkima still has his integrity of his arm there. Kimkima's doing nicely. He's probably going to try to come over the top of us here, but oh, what a clever hit from Aabhas right. I think he timed that to perfection. He was probably looking for the breath, the inhale breath from his opponent. There is a very slight dip in strength when you breathe in, and he may have felt that timed to perfection to surge through for a big pin. This is a really close match. Both guys putting on a tremendous performance here. You see the difference once Aabhas rana is able to get a hook. He's a lot more comfortable rolling to the pin pad, but right here he's been pulled flat again by the riser of kimkima, who's pulling into Aabhas' fingers. Aabhas making the adjustments, getting the position that he wants, and then he hits hard with side pressure and gets through to the pin. There it is. So he's up 2-0 here. This is first to 3. So if you do clean sweep your opponent with a 3-0, you'll get 2 extra bonus points. So potential 5-0 here for Aabhas, and they will be happy to see themselves off to a very good start on this card. If Aabhas runners able to get the pin, been working hard in. Kimkima's very impressive. He's been able to hold these positions that Aabhas runner, who was a world champion on right and left arm. So Kimkima is not that far out of it. It's maybe a 20% strength difference, but he's utilising his technique to perfection, keeping that pressure on Aabhas runner's fingers. See, we get the start here. Oh, yeah, I think I've got to come apart. Yeah, we've got to watch yourself off the front of the pad. Yeah, it's always going to slip at that point, but could we get an elbow foul? No? Okay, we're going to do this. It's always funny when you see the athletes taking every opportunity they can to get some recovery time. So off of the slip, Kimkima in the lane to get some more chalk, take some deep breaths, and even though they slipped, they still both put in a whole ton of energy there. And a very uncomfortable position for both men, right in the fingers. See the elbow on the front of the pad there. Lucky he didn't get called for that. Great crowd in here, Protanja Season 2. Absolutely incredible to see so much support for the sport of arm wrestling. And we'll see what happens in this third round between Kimkima and Aabhas Rana. Aabhas being up 2-0 so far. Alright, single leg up on the side of the table there for Aabhas. Wants to secure that position. Everything's in nice and tight. Kimkima's been doing the right things though. He's utilising height and riser. He's going to have to do that again right now. Here we go. And he gets the position. He's rolling through Aabhas Rana's wrist. He's cracked him back here. He's in a really good spot. He needs to keep the pressure on. Aabhas is waiting here for his moment, but he's in a compromised position. Kimkima putting all the pressure on. Aabhas is the one working really hard in this spot. He's working hard, but he's pulled back to the centre. Kimkima needs to bring his body weight back up if he wants to hit again. He's going into a defensive position. They're pretty much neutral here, but Aabhas trying to press, doesn't get through. They're brought back to the centre. Kimkima's still in a very dominant spot. He has to watch his elbow off the back of the pad. He's right on the limit there, but he's holding on to a very good position. Referee is asking him to make sure that he keeps his arm horizontal. He's rolling through Aabhas' fingers again. This is incredible from Kimkima here. And Aabhas unable to get out of this spot. He's trying, he's bumping, he's using, looking for hits for the press, but he's unable to get a better position. I think he's going to get pinned here. Kimkima keeping that pressure on. Aabhas trying to back and forth surges. He's managed to bring it back to the middle, but have a look at the adjustment from Kimkima there. Behind the hand of Aabhas Rana. The referees have put a stop for it for the moment. We'll see what the result was. 2 fouls. Unfortunately, Kimkima, his elbow must have dropped off the back, or it was the positioning of his humerus bone. Horizontal is the limit. If you go beneath horizontal, is a foul. So a win, a clean sweep for Aabhas Rana. He'll pick up 5 points for Aabhas. And a good match though, a great way to kick off the night here at Protanja Season 2. And Kimkima doing a commendable job here. He had all the dominant positions here, but have a look, was it the elbow off the back of the pad maybe? I don't know, see how the humerus is dipped beneath horizontal position, and a bit of an O-jump as well. So Kimkima unfortunate there, not able to get the win, but he did put a fantastic effort for